Hello, my name is Craig with Life Care Counseling, and I'm going to share a tip to help improve your relationship, your marriage. And the tip is to clarify. So often couples get into hot water because miscommunication occurs, and miscommunication normally occurs kind of right out of the gates. Whenever I'm working with couples, I tell them I'm working with two different people. Those two different people have two different perceptions, and those perceptions are completely unique to them. So because we're working with two different perceptions, you could say something like, oh, that meal was great. And person A could be like, well, he thinks the meal was great. Person B could be like, he said that it was a great meal, but he didn't really sound like he really enjoyed the meal. All right, he's kind of hesitant, and so they could get, even those two people could get completely different messages, and this happens all the time. And things can escalate pretty quickly with couples, right? And they can get angry or upset with each other, or not want to talk to each other because they don't want things to get intense. All those things are true because of the perceptions that we have. But clarifying the intention or what they meant by something can make all of the difference. So, for example, a common example that I use with my couples is talking about the dishes, right? I don't like having dirty dishes in my sink. It's something that really bothers me for whatever reason. So when there's dishes in my sink, I kind of automatically think that my wife must be upset with me, or she's just trying to make me mad, or whatever it is. Like, that's her little poke or jab at me. So if I walk in and I see that there's dishes in the sink, and I'm just like, I don't even want to fight today, so I'm just going to completely ignore it. And I go to my wife and like, oh, hey babe, and walk and putting stuff away or whatever. And she kind of notices that. She can ask a clarifying question, be like, oh, hey, like, are you okay? Like, is everything all right? And then I have the opportunity to clarify, well, what's with the doom and gloom? Now, normally couples will be like, hey, like, everything is fine. They'll lie, right? They will not tell the truth. Like, everything is not okay. So if you choose to do that, that's fine. But the problem that you get into is because you're saying that things aren't fine, you don't get to clarify for your spouse, right? Your spouse does not get the clarification they need to understand what is going on with you. So, continuing with the example, I could tell her, be like, well, like, I saw the dishes in the sink, and you know how it is. Every time I see the dishes in the sink, like, I just, I feel like it's a poke or jab at me, or whatever it is. And she'd be like, oh, well, I didn't leave the dishes in the sink like that. Actually, I forgot about them. I had so-and-so for breakfast, and then I had to run and do this and this and that. So I didn't, sorry, I'd go and take care of those right now, or I didn't really mean to do that. So her just even letting me know that, like, that makes me feel better. Like, maybe she forgot about the dishes and, whatever. Now, if we kind of look to maybe a little more intense type of example, right? So let's say that my wife and I, we are sitting down and we're talking, and I see that she has a text message come across her phone, and she looks at it and she kind of like faces it away from me, right, so that I can't see it. If she does that, and let's say for me that I start to wonder, like, well, why did she do that? What just happened there? I could ask a clarifying question, like, well, why did you hide that from me? And she'd be like, oh, nothing, it's just a text from my sister or whatever, no big deal. Then I could clarify with her, be like, okay, well, you're saying it's a text from your sister, but you hid it from me, and like now I'm starting to be worried, like, well, what are you trying to hide from me? What's going on? Now I'm starting to wonder, like, are you upset with me or anything like that? And she could let me know, oh, no, I'm not upset with you or anything. Like, things are, whenever I got this text, I didn't want you to see it because we're talking about your Christmas gift, your birthday gift, whatever. She gets the opportunity to explain herself, and I get the opportunity to explain myself, right? So that we can manage those different perceptions. There is a very, very easy thing to do, And that is to jump to different conclusions that feel like they're right. And this happens all the time with couples, right? Where we start to get messages from our spouse that they may not care, they're always angry with me, they're always frustrated, they're annoyed by me, they don't like to spend time with me, well, whatever those messages are. And those messages can creep in just to everyday everyday interactions. If my wife walks in from work and she goes, hey honey, in that tone, I would be like, wow, she's not even happy to see me. See, I knew it. She does not even care about me. Right? In those moments, I can ask her, clarify, like, well, you didn't really seem like you're very excited to see me. Is everything okay? Anything happen at work, or are we okay? Right? And she can get the opportunity to say something. She can say, well, no, things are fine at work. Like, I was just a little peeved at you this morning. Like, you did this, or you did X or Y, Z, and like, God, it just really, really upset me. Like, oh, okay. I didn't realize that made you upset. I didn't mean to make you upset or anything. Is there anything I can do to make it up for you, or is there any way I can make you feel better right now? So that gives us the opportunity to have a different type of conversation is whenever we start to clarify things. So the simple tip is that whenever you are perceiving something from your significant other, give them the benefit of the doubt and ask clarifying questions. Ask them, hey, whenever you did this, whenever you said this, this is the impression I got, or this is the perception I got. Is that right, or is that wrong? Whenever you said this, is this what you meant, or is that not what you meant? Asking those clarifying questions can go a long way to helping diffuse problems before they even show up. So I hope that you find this helpful, and like I said, I work with this all the time when I work with couples. It's simple, but it's also a hard thing to do. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of effort to figuring out and juggling out what works whenever you guys are asking those clarifying questions. So I hope that this is helpful, and of course, if you have any questions or anything, or if there's anything I can help you with, you can find me at lifecarecounselingstl.com. Thank you.